unstoppable, I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable, I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable, I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable.
Calvert taking on John F. Kennedy Methodist School. Winner goes on the Louisville Falcons. That the game 2-1 over late Victor. We've got live and free baseball on the way. Hit us up in the chat room right now. If you can hear my voice, I got some gummy bears for you.
up numbers, 99 problems, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't. Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running, cataracts under my eyes from hustling, going from buying to selling to customers, run up the business, God is my witness, sun up to sun up, from Monday to Sunday, we maxing our limits, my mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie, moving a mission, they say that I'm tripping, I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit, first class, my feet up high in the air on business, yeah, woo, cover the city, your city ain't working, it's all for nothing, she told me don't let up, it's on us to make it, it's on us to crush it, now it's gonna take some just to make some, so put that in your budget, yeah, can't keep moving your dreams for cheap when you ain't even budging, what got you bugging, make you a play, don't be scared of religion, you made it from nothing, then figure out your clutching, everything you want in front of you, ain't no discussion, look, it's been a long time coming, they ain't cuffing my clock, they tugging, putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100, yeah, it's been a long time coming, they ain't cuffing my clock, they tugging, putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100, yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 play.
It's been a long time coming, track star, long time running. I exterminate foes, they bugging. I'm joke, I want my nuggets, gold, platinum chain, call them Johnny Dang, dog. With my brains, I go off like hurricanes until my diamonds look like rain. My verses, gas, I'm on it, spaz. The business, cash, no money, pass. Kenny said I need a verse, I said give me like 30, I did it in 15 for real. I've been on fire, they want me to chill. I've been on fire, they want me to.
Look, it's been a long time coming, they ain't cuffing my clock, they tugging, putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100, yeah, it's been a long time coming, they ain't cuffing my clock, they tugging, putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100, yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't, yeah.
unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable. I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable. I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable. I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable.
Carlisle Falcons have already booked their place in this Division IV Regional Final. The next one is due up here next. The Warren JFK Eagles and the Tiffin Calvert Senecas, both for return trips to the state tournament, but they've got a couple more hurdles to clear before they get their first one on OH Report.
She got that.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, he just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking.
High School, where the Highland Scots are making a long trek here to take on the Coldwater Cavaliers in this contest, a P3 Regional Semifinal contest. Both teams know what's on the line here. So much they put into this season. For one of them, it'll pay off. For one of them, it will end tonight. Stay with us for the pregame show. That's the rest of this contest coming up next.
She got that.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health, to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Here we go again.
Trouble?
Oh, the store just won't close. Ooh, looky who's got Lays. Man, those perfectly seasoned little slices of sunshine sure do keep me coming back.
You said it.
And I'll say it again.
Welcome to Andy Alonchik Field here at Louisville Middle School and High School in Louisville, Ohio, Stark County. I'm Keith Kokinda along with our outstanding OH Report crew. It's the second regional semifinal here in Division IV, Northeast Regional. JFK Eagles are the home team with the Calvert Senecas batting here in the top of the first. Bounced down the third play there by Santino Ciambatti. The manager's son, he makes the play on Blake Coleman for out number one. Tiffin Calvert Senecas in the 1970s Kansas City Royals uniform, powder blues. Always thought the best of the powder blues along with the Cardinal. Of course, sets of fans would be angry for suggesting the other one would be the best. John F. Kennedy out of Warren, Ohio, with the navy blue jersey and the white pants. As A. Shoemaker, the fielder, takes up and in for ball one. Freddie Balchalk is the pitcher for the JFK Eagles. A pretty lively fastball that Shoemaker can't catch up to there. Balchalk is a junior. JFK, very experienced team. Strike two called there. I mentioned both these teams looking for return trips to the state tournament. JFK won the Division IV state tournament 3 years ago. Curveball is in there. Strike three called on Shoemaker for the second out. Tiffin Calvert Senecas is looking for a second trip to the state tournament in 3 seasons, having been there in 2022. Caden Otterbacher, the center fielder, stands in. Otterbacher also does some pitching as well as playing outfield. He's a senior. He takes strike one on a curveball from Freddie Balchalk. Another curveball. This one misses. Evens count at 1-1. Santino Ciambatti, again, the manager's son over at third, made their first play. Michael Condeleone at shortstop. Nico Simonero at second base. Jaden Rischel at first. Defensively for the Eagles. Balchalk doing a good job staying ahead. Andrew Lapoya is in left field. Tiger Carfangia in center. Dom Ryan in right. Caleb Adams catching for Balchalk. It's a nice pick on the comebacker. 1, 2, 3 inning for the Eagles, who will not come.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Moya, the left fielder, to stand in for the JFK Eagles. Here in the bottom of the first, facing Blake Coleman for Tiffin Calvert, position number one, and batting number one. First pitch swing over to Logan Ritzler at second base. Over to Cameron Moyer at first. One down very quickly. And follow my apologies. I'm taking pictures of Spanish or Italian pronunciation there. We'll follow down Michael Condeleone, the shortstop, will stand in. Don Madzai is the home plate umpire. Sean Hanley at first base. Sam Jones over at third. And Coleman gets strike one in there to Condeleone. Leone, senior, one of five, I should say, in the Eagles team. Only shortstop at the hurry, and Moyer can't dig it out. That's an error. Not sure if that'd be charged. It would be on the shortstop Kidwell for the low throw. So the Eagles get their first base runner. Kidwell, I mentioned the shortstop. Richard at second. Jameson Godfrey at third. Moyer at first. Connor Moyer, the young of the Moyer brothers. Connor is a sophomore. Their cousins, both are sophomores. As Caleb Hadley, the catcher, takes a curveball for ball one. Harry Schultz in left field. Caden Otterbacher in center. AJ Shoemaker in right. As I mentioned, Connor Moyer doing the catching. Coleman misses inside 2-0. As you can see, Coleman, not a big kid out there. 5'8", about 155. Coleman is a junior, also plays shortstop. Comes on sidearm for that as Hadley bounces fouled on the left side near there, the Eagles dugout. Condeleone with a decent lead over at second. And now here comes a throw over. Outfield straight away, normal depth. Otterbacher a little, about 3 or 4 steps to the right of center, over toward the left center field gap. Jameson Godfrey at third base, playing very close to the line with the shortstop Kidwell a few steps to his left, leaving a big hole over there on the left side of the infield, as Coleman's able to get the ball in there for strike two to even the count. Again, it's an artificial turf infield, but a natural grass outfield. Coleman with a long set in the stretch, but misses down and away with the curveball to run the count full. Hadley is also a senior. Bounce foul off the foot of Hadley. Tiffin Calvert's hats, they have the arrowhead on them with that interlocking TC like the Minnesota Twins have. And gotta love Blake Coleman with the stirrup socks. We'll do it again at 3-2. Runner not going this time, and it's ball 4. So the Eagles get 2 runners on here with 1 out. That'll bring up Michael Bartow, the designated hitter. Both teams using a DH. Bartow is a junior. Moyer playing behind the runner over at first. Cameron Moyer, that is, as Coleman able to get in strike one. As I said, the wind has dropped off of it, blowing in pretty much from left center field towards the right field line. Coleman tries the curveball and gets it in there for strike two. Well, the old baseball cliche is crafty little lefty. I have to say right now, Blake Coleman is the crafty little righty. He certainly got the build of a classic crafty little left-handed pitcher. Kidwell bluffing there at shortstop. Fouled away to the right side. Beautiful sunshiny day here in Stark County, even with the breeze, although it feels a lot better that the breeze has died down. Coleman taking that long pause, and he gets strike three called. Two down to the left-handed hitter for the Eagles, Dom Ryan, the right fielder. Ryan is also a junior, as Coleman needs to redo his shoe. A little unusual stretch stance for Coleman, facing the hitter rather than with his side to the hitter like most pitchers do, missing down and away for ball one. Again, Kidwell up, faking towards the bag. This time Coleman catches the outside corner to even count 1-1. And again, Jameson Godfrey at third base for the Senecas, very close to the line, especially with Kidwell bluffing back towards second. And Coleman staying away from the left-handed hitting Ryan. In outfield, still normal depth. And again, Otterbacher a few steps to his right. There it is to the hole, and it gets through for a base hit. Condeleon coming around third. They're going to send him, and he'll be in with the first run of the game. A two-out RBI single for Dominic Ryan. And the JFK Eagles on the board first. Caleb Hadley able to dive back into second. Big two-out hit. And now bring it to center fielder, Tiger Carfangia. Carfangia is also a junior. High in the air to right field. A.J. Shoemaker looking for it, and the second baseman, Logan Ritzler, juggles it but holds on. But the Eagles get an early run, and they lead in this regional semifinal 1-0, live and free on OH Report.
Here we go again.
Trouble?
Oh, this drawer just won't close. Ooh, looky who's got Lay's. Man, those little Lay's barbecuties do keep me coming back.
You said that already.
And I'll say it again.
Sure. Why not?
Connor Moyer, the catcher for the Senecas, takes ball one down and away. One of the Moyer twins, it turns out. Cameron to follow. Swings through that pitch to even the count at 1-1. JFK Eagles with the 1-0 lead for Freddie Balchuk, who's looked pretty smooth out there so far, but he misses down and in with that curveball. Pretty easy 1-2-3 first, did the senior pitcher Balchuk. And he's back to even to 2-2. And the Moyers are sophomores. And runs the string out to 3-2. And leadoff walk. This after Balchuk only threw 12 pitches in that first inning. Cameron Moore, the first baseman, will now stand in. Connor Moore with a short lead at first base. They're holding him on. The curveball's in there for strike one. Santino Ciambatti at third base is even with the bag, but well to his left towards the shortstop hole. And Balchuk is quickly ahead 0-2. And now Ciambatti will step back to a more normal position. Outfield normal depth. Carfangia in center field. A few steps towards the left center field gap. And Moyer is called out on strikes. Second time, Balchuk has caught a hitter looking on strike three. So Jake Kidwell, the shortstop, will stand in. Kidwell is a sophomore, does a little pitching as well as playing shortstop. Balchuk misses up and in again. Ciambatti just beyond right at the cut of the green and brown turf, artificial turf down there at third base. And he gets the fastball to catch the corner to even the count at 1-1. Again, Ciambatti playing well to his left. Yeah, Connor Moyer, a short lead over there at first after walking, and the curveball's in there for strike two. Back to Balchuk, and he'll have to go to first with it. He couldn't get the ball with the glove right away. Connor Moyer moves to second with 2 outs. Harry Schultz, the left fielder, will now bat for the Senecas. Schultz is a senior. One of only 4 seniors in the team for Tiffin Calvert. As I said, Warren JFK a bit more experienced. The Eagles got their run with 2 outs. Curveball evens the count. So the Senecas looking to do the same here in the top of the second. So Freddie Balchalk ahead in the count here with 2 outs. Connor Moyer out there at second leading away as Schultz fouls it back. Connor Moyer extending his lead by a step, trying to get that scoring lead. In the air in the short outfield, it's going to be Condaleon, the shortstop, to put it away. So the leadoff walk does no damage. To the bottom of the second, the Eagles holding a 1-0 lead over the Senecas, live and free on OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
JFK Eagles got to run the first. Look to add on that here in the bottom of the second against Blake Coleman. I'm Keith Kokinda. Glad you could join us here live and free on OH Report for this regional semifinal. Again, the Hillsdale Falcons will get the winner of this tomorrow here at 2 p.m. Jaden Rischel, the first baseman at 6'3", stands in. He misses that curveball to fall behind the count 0-2. Rischel is a senior. Coleman with that no windup. It's a strikeout. That's his second. Nico Seminaro, the second baseman, will bat for JFK. Seminaro is also a senior. Jamison Godfrey, a third. very close to the third base line. He was almost positioned pretty well for that as Seminaro bounces it fouled on the third base side. Wind shifting again, now almost coming in from right center field. A considerably reduced wind, about 5 to 10 miles per hour compared to the 10 to 15 we had in that first semifinal between Hillsdale and Lake Center Christian. And once again, Coleman is quickly ahead, 0-2. Curveball head on the line, but it's right at Logan Ritzler for the second out. Santino Ciambatti will bat. He's the third baseman. His dad, Jim, is the manager, along with Zach Tasker, Carmen DeCristofaro, and Pat Makris. Joni Canan are also on the staff. Connor Moyer checking for the pitch signals from the dugout. And that pitch a little up and in, got away. Matt Coleman, the Tiffin Calvert Senecas manager. His brother Brian, along with Leo Longo, Sam Schelt Pam, and Andy Ritzler helping him out on the bench. As Coleman gets a strike over. And Ciambatti takes strike 2. Coleman's been pretty good for the most part, getting ahead of hitters, and he gets Ciambatti to swing and miss end the inning. Quickly, 1-2-3, the Eagles go down. 2 played. Warren JFK still up 1-0, live and free on OH Report.
Here we go again.
What?
Oh, this drawer just won't close. Ooh, looky who's got Lay's. Man, those Lay's sour cream and Yum-Yums just keep me coming back.
You keep saying that.
And I'll say it again.
Cash Lee, the Senecas designated hitter, with a 1-1 count, fouled away the first pitch back behind the screen. Lee is batting for Jamison Godfrey, the third baseman. Fouled that one off the catcher's mask, Caleb, or did that hit the home plate umpire's mask? I'm not sure which. I definitely heard it hit plastic after the foul tip. I think that might have been the home plate umpire, Don Madzai, who took it as he took off his mask and Took a little stroll there to the mound before giving the ball back to Freddie Balchuk, the Warren JFK pitcher. Eagles with the 1-0 lead, getting a run in the first. Balchuk is only allowed one base runner. The leadoff walk to Connor Moore in the second. Fastball just missed inside. Curveball. Strike three called again. His third strikeout, all looking. Balchuk has the hook working so far today. And just like in our first regional semifinal, won by Hillsdale 2-1 over Lake Center Christian, we got a pitcher's duel going here. Logan Ritzler, the second baseman, will stand in now. His dad, one of the assistants. He takes strike one. Ritzler is a sophomore. Also play also just some pitching as well as playing in the infield. Can't catch up to that one to make it 1-2. Balchuk has had excellent command so far. Tegar Carfangia, the center fielder, over to in the right center field gap. And strike three called again. Ritzler not happy with himself for taking that called third strike. So back to the top of the order, Blake Coleman, the pitcher, grounded out to Ciambatti at third base to start the game. You see a very wide open stance, a little bit similar to how he stands on the mound before delivering the pitch. He takes strike one. Of course, he doesn't use the wind-up. He pitches from that position, so I guess he figured, it might work for hitting too. Right back to Balchuk again. Another 1-2-3 inning to the bottom of the third. The Eagles still up 1-0 over the Senecas. Regional final in Division IV, live and free on OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Back to the top of the order for the JFK Eagles. Andrew LaPola, the left fielder, will stand in. He grounded out to Ritzler at second to open the game for Warren JFK, who have a 1-0 lead over Tiffin Calvert. Excellent curveball by Blake Coleman to make it 1-2. Another curveball in the dirt, so Moyer's going to have to throw him out at first, and does to his twin brother. Well, Michael Condoleo, the shortstop, will stand in. He reached on the throwing error by Jake Kidwell in the first and later scored on the single by Dominic Ryan. Yeah, Jamison Godfrey at third, very close to the line, but now Kidwell's playing more to his right with no runners on. And again, Coleman able to get strike one in there on the first pitch. He's done that with the majority of the Eagles hitters. Another curveball fouled away to the right side. Been a pitcher's day here in Louisville. And strike three called again. His fourth strikeout, second one called. Sixth overall in the game for called out on strikes. But two outs, it'll be the catcher Caleb Hadley. He walked in the first, moving Condoleo to second, later scoring on the Ryan single. And again, Coleman with the curveball, but this time he misses upstairs. He's had that hook working pretty well. Both pitchers have really been doing a great job keeping the other hitters off balance. Now coming with the fastball, but missed inside. So the curveball, this one's in there. Cameron Moyer playing well to his left. Logan Ritzler, second baseman, also well to his left. A lot of space in the middle as he missed again with the curveball to run the count 3-1. Second time he's gotten to a 3-ball count. Both of them against Hadley. Ripped but fouled on the third base side. So just as he did in the first, Caleb Hadley runs the count full. He goes back to check with Jim Chiambatti and the rest of the coaching staff on what's coming up next. Wind is freshening again and once again blowing in almost from straight away in left field towards the first base line. Fouled straight back just about over our heads here. The Louisville Leopards hosting this regional tournament this weekend. And winner gets Hillsdale as, again, Hadley walks. Hillsdale, Jerome awaiting the winner there. Coaches are down the first base side beyond the Tiffin Calvert dugout watching this one intently. Michael Bartow, the DH, called out on strikes in the first. It was the first strikeout for Blake Coleman. Decent lead for Hadley over at first base with Moyer holding him on. That's Cameron Moyer, that is. Connor is catching. Listen, Coleman having a little trouble getting first pitch strikes over. He's failed to do so both on Hadley and now Bartow. Middle infielders Kidwell and Ritzler playing a little bit shallower than normal with a runner on first as Coleman's able to get back to even as Bartow can't catch up with the fastball. Again, outfield at normal depth of A.J. Shoemaker a bit farther to his left toward the right field line than you'd expect. And Caden Otterbacher in center several steps to his right. So there's a lot of space out there in right center field. Bartow, good job laying off the high fastball. Something we saw Hillsdale have trouble with in that first semifinal. Bartow with the count in his favor and a runner on first. Not a great lead over there first. Hit in the air into that right center field gap, and that's going to get down. Hadley's going to get to third, and he will stay there. So a 2-out single for Michael Bartow. Only the second hit for the Eagles. That'll bring up Dom Ryan, who got the other hit in the first. That drove in Michael Condeleone for the Eagles' only run. One of the two left-handed hitters in the JFK lineup, along with Lapola. Not much relief for Bartow down at first base. Curveball hit over to shortstop. Kidwell will take it himself to end the inning. The Eagles can't add to their lead. They still lead, though, 1-0 as we go to the fourth, live and free on OH Report.
Here we go again.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this drawer just won't close. Ooh, looky who's got Lay's.
Looky who indeed.
Man, those Lay's cheddar and sour cream snacks just keep me coming back.
You said it. And I bet
And
you'll
I'll say it again. Oh. You okay? Here we go again. Oh, this drawer just won't close. Ooh, looky who's got Lay's. Man, those delicious Lay's dill pickle just keep me coming back. I said those delicious Lay's dill pickle just keep me coming back. Delicious.
A.J. Shoemaker shows bunt and actually offered that for strike one. This is Andy Aljancic Field at Louisville High School in Stark County. I'm Keith Kokinda along with the rest of our OH Report crew. Gorgeous day and another great pitchers duel. Warren JFK up 1-0 over Tiffin Calvert in this regional semifinal with the Hillsdale Falcons awaiting the winner. They were 2-1 winners earlier today over Lake Central Christian. Shoemaker can't catch up to that fastball, but stays alive. He was called on strikes in the first. One of 4 strikeouts for Freddie Balchalk, all of them looking. Curveball. Slowly hit to Condeleone. He'll have to hurry. Out number 1. Again, it's an artificial turf infield, but it's the newer style, thicker and with the pellets. So the ball doesn't fly off it like it used to do on the old style turf. So Caden Otterbacher, the center fielder, will bat. He hit a comebacker to Balchalk to end the first inning. Outfield straight away. Taggart Carfangia dead center. Normal depth as Otterbacher takes up and in for ball 1. And the 58 feet curveball doesn't work. On the right side of the infield, Seminaro at second and Rischel at first, both playing several steps to their left. So there's some space there between Balchalk and Seminaro on the right side of the infield. Curveball finds the corner for strike 1. Balchalk has had the Senecas hitters shaking their heads a lot today, but he missed downstairs with that one. He's only given up the 1 walk. That was Connor Moyer lead off the second. Otherwise, he's been perfect. 1 over the minimum faced. In the air to right center. Carfangia has a long way to run, and he won't get there. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Otterbacher into second. He's going to go for third, and he'll make it standing up. A 1-out triple for Caden Otterbacher. Well, the Senecas get their first hit and are threatening now as Connor Moyer, the catcher, will bat. Like the Eagles, the Senecas have 2 left-handed hitters, Connor Moyer being one of them, Harry Schultz the other. Moyer walked but was stranded in the second. Curveball hit through the right side for a base hit. The Senecas have tied the game at 1. Connor Moyer, the 1-out RBI single. And Tiffin Calvert are back on level terms. So Cameron Moyer now stand in, the first baseman. He was called out on strikes after his twin walked in the second. Connor Moyer, not a big lead at first. Then the curveball check swing fouled off. Well, Connor Moyer, I guess he figured, well, after that big hit, I'll come up there and hack at the first pitch, and it worked. Hitting it by Seminaro is drawn in at second base. Curveball hit high, hard, and foul way to the left side, almost to the baseball practice field here at Louisville. As they do say at Louisville, oh, it's spelled like the city in Kentucky. In fact, they even sell hats back here at the concession stand, which have the Ville on them, just like the Louisville basketball team made prominent back in the 1980s when they had the Doctors of Dunk under the late, great head Denny Crum, their coach. Balchalk misses upstairs with the fastball. In both teams' cases, the catchers are getting the signals from the dugout for the pitches rather than the pitchers. Remember the game we had last week up in Gallion, the pitchers had the quarterback wristbands. But here both coaches are sending in the signals to their catchers. So Jim Ciambatti for Warren JFK and Matt Coleman for Tiffin Calvert. Senecas in the Sandusky Bay Conference. Moyer stays alive just barely. Warren JFK, of course, well known as a football powerhouse, along with a few other schools up there in the Mahoning Valley. A lot of great coaches out of that area, too. There's most notably the Stoops brothers. Moyer hanging tough. Cameron Moyer, that is, at 1-2, but chases that for curveball, and they just barely get back at first base in Connor Moyer. Fifth strikeout for Freddie Balchuk. First one he's gotten swinging. And that'll bring up shortstop Jake Kidwell, who hit one back to Balchuk back in the second inning. Kidwell, like Coleman, with the stirrup socks. That evens the count at 1-1. Ooh, a little chin music there. Ciambatti, I should say, a little closer to the line than he's been playing. Consolino, shortstop in his normal spots. There's a little more space in that hole where it's hit, but Ciambatti with a good play to come up and charge it and get out number 3. But the Senecas tie the game. We go to the bottom of the fourth, all square, live and free on OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
The bottom of the fourth, Warren JFK and Tiffin Calvert tied at 1-1. I'm Keith Kokinda. Glad you could join us. Taggart Carfangia takes up and in to even the count at 1-1. He's the center fielder wearing number 5. Italian last name, wearing 5, center field. Where have I heard that combination before? Bouncer wide of third. Ciabatti, another Italian with the long throw to get him for the first out. Jaden Rischel, the first baseman, will step up. He struck out to lead off the second. Eagles won a pitcher's duel against Mineral Ridge to win their district 2-0. A one pitch, and Rischel way out in front. Curveball bounced foul down the third base side. In a game against Mineral Ridge, Kennedy got a run in the second and a run in the fifth, holding Mineral Ridge to just 3 hits on the day. And it's another called strike 3. Five strikeouts now for Coleman. 3 of them on called third strikes. Nico Seminaro, the second baseman, takes a strike on the outside corner. He lined out to Ritzler, his counterpart, in the second. Can't get that one downstairs. And a strikeout again for Coleman to end the inning. A quick 1-2-3. Tied at 1 after 4 between Warren JFK and Tiffin Calvert, live and free on OH Report.
Here we go again. This drawer just won't close. Ooh, looky who's got lays. Man, those tart little lazily moans just keep me coming back.
You said it,
And I'll say it again. How,
But-
no, I
I-
just... How did...
Harry Schultz, the Senecas left fielder, hits the first pitch foul down the left field line to quickly fall behind Freddie Balchuk. 1-1, another great pitcher's duel to Seminaro at second. 1 down. Balchuk's had 6 groundouts. Cash Lee, the DH, stands in. He was called out on strikes to open the third. Ballchuck quickly behind 2-0. He struck out 5, 4 of them looking. Off-speed pitch fools Lee with the early swing. Just the 1 run, the 2 hits, all that coming in the 4th for the Senecas. This time Lee can't catch up with the fastball, and Ballchuck has it back even at 2-2. Outfield still at normal depth. Carfangia a couple steps to the right of center or the left center field gap, and Lee just gets the tip of the bat on that one to stay alive at 2-2. Looked like he pool cued it right off the end of the bat. They can't catch up to the high fastball. Strikeout number 6 for Ballchuck. 2 down. That'll be Logan Ritzler, the second baseman, who's also called on strikes in the 3rd.
Next up, number 3, Logan Ritzler.
Ballchuck, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Giambotti playing at the cut of the green turf over at third base. Fastball fouled straight back. Count evens up at 1-1. And Seminaro at second base play well to his left, and Rischel at first base very close to the line. And curveball misses upstairs. Again, Connor Moyer was able to single through well. He actually hit it right past Seminaro, was drawn in the infield as Ritzler can't catch up to that fastball. Fastball, foul tip, held on, strikeout number 7 for Freddie Ballchuck. Still 1-1 in this regional semifinal, live and free on OH Report.
Here we go again.
Drawers are tricky, aren't they?
Oh, this drawer just won't close. Ooh, looky who's got Lays.
I just got these for you because I know how much you love them.
You're right. These Lay's chili limon sweet and spicy snacks just keep me coming back.
And I'll be back. Because I'm never gonna get out of here.
Blake Coleman looking pretty sharp as he faces Santillo Giambotti, the third baseman for the JFK Eagles. An even game, and he can't hold up on that one. Strike 1. Giambotti struck out to end the second inning. We're beginning to freshen a little bit again, coming out of left center field this time. Curveball bounced foul. Again, it's Harry Schultz, Caden Otterbacher, and A.J. Shoemaker left to right in the outfield. Jamison Godfrey at third, Jake Kidwell at shortstop, Logan Ritzler at second, Cameron Moyer at first base, Connor Moyer is twin catching, Blake Coleman. Only allow one run on one hit with the curveball hit in the air to left center field. Otterbacher and Schultz giving chase. It'll be Otterbacher to take care of it for the first out. Well hit in the air, but that wind pushing in from left center field held it up a little bit. So back to the top of the order, Andrew LaPola, one of the two left-handed hitters for Warren JFK. He's 0 for 2, grounded out to second to open the game, was struck out and was retired Moyer to Moyer to start the third. This is the first time he's batting and not leading off an inning. Another great pitcher's duel in this regional semifinal, just like we had earlier this afternoon. Hillsdale beating Lake Center Christian 2-1. And Coleman quickly ahead 0-2. Curveball down in the turf to make it 1-2. Again, Jamison Godfrey is doing most of the game playing very close to the line over at third base. Kidwell playing the normal shortstop position without any runners on. Outfield, normal depth straight away. 1-2 off speed, bounce down the first base side, foul. Good off speed pitch from Coleman had LaPola well out in front. Bounced off the plate itself. Almost hear the thud when it hit the rubber. The plate is actually recessed a little bit into the artificial turf, about an inch, maybe half an inch. Curveball hit in the air to left. Schultz giving chase into foul territory, has it for the second out. So Michael Condeleone, the shortstop, will stand in. He is 0 for 2, but with a run scored, reaching on the throwing error by Jake Kidwell in the first. That led to the run that he scored on the hit by Dominic Ryan. He was also called out on strikes in the third. Curveball catches the outside corner for strike one. Coleman with 6 strikeouts on the day. Curveball hit in the air to right field. Shoemaker giving chase down the line, and it's a fair ball. It'll be a double, at least for Condeleone, and he's in there. So only the second hit for the Eagles. It's their first extra base hit of the game. Well, JFK looking for a 2-out rally here. Caleb Hadley, the catcher, will stand in. He's walked both his trips. And speaking of trips, it's time for a trip to the mound by Matt Coleman, the Senecas manager. And the Eagles scored their run in the first with 2 outs. And now they have an opportunity to do it again, trying to retake the lead in this regional semifinal. Don Madzai, the home plate umpire, says, I think it's time to end this conversation. I'd like to make sure we thank all of our sponsors, Frito Lay, the MST Pub in Tiffin, Sutton Bank, and the Trumbull Eagles Association. MST Pub will be the sponsor of our player of the game. Right now, we got a few different options on that. Certainly both pitchers deserving some consideration. But it might take us more than 7 innings to reach a decision here. So we will have to wait and see on that one. So again, Caleb Hadley, the catcher, comes in. Got Condeleone at second after the double with 2 outs. The wind blowing in from left, straight in from left center field now at about 10 miles per hour. Been freshening off and on here over the last couple of innings. The curveball misses down and away. Hadley ran the count full both times before he walked. Have to think he'll be very patient here. As you see, Condeleone leading away from second. About an average lead. Nobody going back to the base defensively as Coleman gets the sidearm pitch to get over for strike 1. Coleman giving a long look back at Condeleone at second. The curveball bounced foul toward the JFK dugout. So Blake Coleman with the count in his favor. Kidwell, you can see making a move towards second base. Then their sidearm pitch misses outside 2-2. Seeing Coleman do that several times, drop down to almost that sidearm look, kind of falling away to his left. Even though he works off his right side of the rubber, he's got that unusual starting stance from his stretch position that carries him away to his left. To third for Godfrey. He'll take it to third himself to end the inning. And spiking it Pete Rose style, we've played 5. Still 1-1 live and free on OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
All square after 5. Tiffin, Calvert, Senecas, and the Warren JFK Eagles. I'm Keith Kokinda. Glad you could join us for this regional semifinal. Blake Coleman, the pitcher and leadoff hitter, takes strike 1 on the curveball from Freddie Balchalk. Both pitchers have been outstanding today, as we saw in that first semifinal as well. Coleman has grounded out twice. And the Senecas in those Kansas City Royals 1970s uniforms. Warren JFK in the navy blue jerseys and white pants as Coleman takes another curveball for strike 2. LaPola in left and Carfagna in center, playing a step or two deeper now as Coleman hits it into center field. Carfagna won't get that one. It's a base hit for the Senecas pitcher. Third hit for Tiffin Calvert. A.J. Shoemaker, the right fielder, will hit. He's 0 for 2, called on strikes in the first. Grounded out to Condeleone at shortstop in to lead off the fourth. Chiambatti in on the green turf at third base as Caleb Hadley thought about throwing down. At least on the first pitch, it looks like the sacrifice play is on. Coleman with a decent lead at first base. Hit in the air to center field, but Carfagna hasn't played well. It takes some kind of power to get a ball over this fence the way the wind has been blowing in mostly from left and left center today. So Caden Otterbacher, the center fielder, will step in. He tripled with one out in the fourth and scored on the RBI single by Connor Moyer. Chiambatti at third back to his normal position, although he's in close to the baseline. Otterbacher now with 9 extra base hits on the season. Coleman with the average lead down at first base, stretching out a little bit more. Ball chalk will step off. And again, a good crowd. Both teams showing up well. Longer trips, certainly, than our first semifinalists. Tiffin, of course, over in the northwestern part of the state. Warren up in the northeastern part of Ohio in the Mahoning Valley. Slowly hit ball. Condeleone's only play is the first. So Coleman moves to second on the ground out. And again, Connor Moyer, who had that RBI single in the fourth, he's 1 for 1, also walked in the second. And they will put him on intentionally to set up the force play at any base and bring Cameron Moyer to the plate. He has struck out twice, was called out on strikes in the second, swung on a third strike in the fourth. Last 3 strikeouts that Ball Chalk has recorded have been swinging strikeouts after he got the first 4 in the first 3 innings on called third strikes. Ball Chalk working off the left side of the rubber, his left side, that is. Curveball bounced to Chiambatti at third, will take it himself to end the inning. To the bottom of the 6th, still tied 1-1, live and free on OH Report.
Here we go again. This drawer just won't close. Ooh, looky who's got Lays.
Are we in hell?
Security! Spicy customer with the Lays Flamin' Hot registered too.
Let me out of here.
Do you know how many Lays flavors there are?
No.
You're never getting out of here. We haven't even gotten to the Lays Veggie Poppables yet.
Ooh, they make veggie poppables?
It's the bottom of the 6th. Warren JFK and Tiffin Calvert tied at 1-1. I'm Keith Kokinda. Dominic Ryan, the right fielder for the Eagles, will lead off the bottom of the 6th. He drove in JFK's only run with a single in the first inning and scored Michael Condeleone. It was Michael Bartow actually hit to that fielder's choice. Caleb Hadley was intentionally walked there in the 5th inning. That's why they were able to get the force out at third base on Condeleone. Curveball bounced foul at the plate. Outfield defense has changed very little for the Senecas. Straight away, medium depth. Godfrey well to his right over at third base. Another curveball, another foul back. Blake Coleman through 5 innings. Give it 1 run on 3 hits. He's walked 3, 1 intentionally. All 3 walks were to Hadley. Blake Coleman with 7 strikeouts to go with those 3 walks. Just missed down and in, trying to throw that back foot slider. Two off speed, bounced down the first base line. Coleman with a nice play to field it himself as he was going over to cover as he should, but he got there so fast he was able to make the play himself. I'll bring up Tiger Carfangia, the center fielder. He's 0 for 2. Pop up to Ritzler at second base to end the first inning. They grounded out to Godfrey to open the 4th. Coleman with those wayward curveballs. He's thrown a few of those, so his command has been pretty good. Likewise with Freddie Balchuk for Warren JFK. But the Senecas pitchers behind here 2-0 to Carfangia. Carfangia sitting on a fastball there, but couldn't catch up. The Eagles have only left 2 runners on. Other than the 3 hits, they've had the 3 hits, and the other 3 base runners were all the walks to Caleb Hadley. Down the right side, this time Cameron Warrior will hand it off to Coleman for out number 2. Well, Coleman pretty quick getting off his mound and getting over to first base to cover. So Jaden Rischel, the first baseman, will come up to bat. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 1 swinging and 1 looking. Curveball missed upstairs. Coleman's had some trouble off and on trying to get on top of that curveball and getting it to get down in the zone as it should. Drops down that sidearm again, but misses again. And Rischel taking all the way there. Godfrey only 2 steps off the line over at third base. Rischel chases the curveball to make it 2-2. Hit on a line. Ritzler is there again for the Senecas. To the 7th we go. Still 1-1 in this regional semifinal, live and free on OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Jacob Kidwell for the Tiffin Calvert Senecas lead off the top of the 7th against Freddie Balchalk, and can't catch up to the first fastball from the senior pitcher. Both Balchalk and Coleman throwing a couple of gems. Balchalk's allowed 1 run on 3 hits. He's only walked 1. And he's ahead 0-2 here against Kidwell. Balchalk with 7 strikeouts, got the first 4 looking, the last 3 swinging. And he's quickly ahead of the Seneca shortstop here, 0-2, and Kidwell asks for time, and it's granted. Yeah, it's LaPola, Carfanja, and Ryan left to right in the outfield for the Eagles. Warren JFK infield, Giambotti at third, Condeleone at shortstop, Seminero at second base, Jaden Rischel at first, Caleb Hadley, who's walked 3 times catching, and Freddie Balchalk missing down and in. So 2-2 count on Kidwell, who's over 2, a couple of great. Eighth strikeout for Balchalk. There, Harry Schultz, the left fielder. He's also 0-2. Popped up to the shortstop to end the 2nd and grounded out to Seminero at 2nd to lead off the 5th. Winner gets the Hillsdale Falcons, but might be here a few more minutes to get that decision. That game will be played here tomorrow afternoon. Balchalk misses with the fastball to even the count at 1-1. Over the center of the infield, Condeleone, the shortstop, will take charge, but he can't make the play. The wind blew that away from him. It'll be an error on the shortstop, but to be fair, that wind played havoc with that ball as it freshened just as the ball was in the air. And he made the right decision. He took charge as the shortstop should do, but the wind took it away from him. So that'll bring up Cash Lee, the designated hitter. He struck out twice. First error against the Eagles. Both shortstops with errors. As Kidwell had that throwing error that led to the Eagles' run back in the 1st inning. Schultz, not a big lead down at first base. count now even at 1-1 as Ballchalk gets the fastball over. Yeah, the middle infielders, Leon and Seminaro, not playing at a double play depth. And the off-speed pitch in there for strike 2. The bottom 3 hitters in the Senecas lineup combined 0 for 7, but they got a runner on as Lee chases that for his 3rd strikeout. Ninth strikeout for Ballchalk. And again, he's gotten the last 5 swinging, so it'll be up to Logan Ritzler, who's also struck out twice today. Nice block by Hadley to keep that in front of him and keep Schultz over at first base. Carfagna, dead center field. A little bit deeper than he has been playing, although he's creeping in now as that pitch goes up and in on Ritzler to make it 2-0. And Schultz, not much of a lead at second. The curveball is in there for a strike. Now, Ritzler was sitting on a fastball. And short lead for Schultz as the pitch is fouled back to even the count at 2-2. So Ballchalk showing some poise here. Not getting rattled by that misplayed pop-up. But again, to be fair to Condeleone, that was a very difficult play with the wind blowing the way it was and the way it picked up just as the ball went into the air. And he gets Ritzler to chase him for strike 3. And that will do it for the top of the 7th. Warren JFK with a chance to win it in the bottom of the 7th, live and free on OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Hitter for Warren JFK, it's Trevin Rink, and he hits the first pitch to Logan Ritzler at second. Good pick by Moyer for out number 1. Trevin Rink, a freshman. He was batting for Nico Seminaro, the second baseman. So we'll have to see if he stays in, if this game gets extended. Santino Ciambatti, the third baseman, now batting. He's 0 for 2. Struck out to end the second. Flew out to Otterbacher in center to lead off the 5th. Curveball fouled off at the plate. Then again, that could be just a chance for using the one return move and Seminaro going back into the game if we go to the 8th. Coleman just missing upstairs with that fastball. Coleman trying to extend this game for the Senecas. Eagles trying to win it in walk-off fashion here in the bottom of the 7th. Curveball missed inside. Eagles with 1 run on 3 hits. Down the 3rd. Great pickup by Godfrey, and he gets him with the long throw. Terrific play by Jamison Godfrey for the Senecas. Otherwise, that's a double. But back to the top of the order, Andrew Lapola, the left fielder. He's 0 for 3. Coleman gets the curveball in there for strike 1. One thing I'm impressed about with Don Madzai, the home plate umpire, the quick calls on strikes. That hook missed. I've been saying a few times, Godfrey plays very close to the third base line. That time it paid off. Into the right center field gap, and that's going to get down for extra bases. Lapola is going to get into second with a sliding double. So a 2-out double by Lapola, and the winning run is in scoring position for the Eagles, and Michael Condeleone, the shortstop, standing in. And Matt Coleman's going to make a trip to the mound to talk to his team.
Next up, number 2, Michael
Condeleone is 1 for 3. He's reached twice. Got on base on the throwing error by Jake Kidwell in the first and later scored on the single by Dominic Ryan. And again, we like to make sure we thank all of our sponsors. Frito Lay, the MST Pub in Tiffin, who sponsor our Player of the Game Award, Sutton Bank, and the Trumbull Eagles Association. I'm Keith Kokinda. Thanks for watching live and free here on OH Report. And speaking of Don Madzai, he's going out there, as you can see, to say, okay, fellas, time to break this up. Let's say Condeleone is 1 for 3, but again, he scored the run after reaching on the throwing error and also doubled in the 5th, one of the 4 Eagles hits. So Condeleone will stand in. Looks like they will pitch to him with 2 outs. See Kidwell bluffing towards second as Coleman misses with the curveball. Gets that one in there to even the count at 1-1. Lapola being very cautious over there at second base. Looks like he's pretty aware of Kidwell back there and what he's doing. You can see him moving back there as he heard Kidwell moving over towards second. And speaking of Kidwell, there he is with the play. And we're going to play at least one extra inning in this regional semifinal between the Tiffin Calvert Senecas and the Warren JFK Eagles to the 8th inning, 1-1, live and free on OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, he just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
To extra inning we go, and a fly ball lifted in the air down the right field line. It's going to be foul from Blake Coleman, the pitcher. He's 1 for 3, single in the 6th, but was retired on a force out to end that 6th inning. Total left on base today, 6, 3 for each team. 1 run on 3 hits for the Calvert Senecas, the Sandusky Bay Conference. Freddie Balchuk pitching a gem, as is the batter Coleman, who chases that curveball to make it 0-2. Balchuk with the fastball, just barely fouled off to the right side. You have to like this, the top of the order for the Senecas here as we go to our first extra inning, the 8th. The Hillsdale Falcons await the winners. Some of their coaches literally awaiting down on the first base side. Can't see them down there, but they're to the right of the Tiffin Calvert dugout. Balchuk handles that high chopper. 1 down. Second time he's retired Coleman today. 3rd overall on the comebackers. A.J. Shoemaker, the right fielder, who's 0 for 3. And missing with ball 1. Ten strikeouts for Balchuk. The first 4 were all called 3rd strikes. Curveball misses down and away. JFK will have the 3, 4, 5 hitters up in the bottom of the 8th as that pitch is lifted high in the air to center field. Carfanja having to move to his left because of that wind, but handles it for the second out. Well, we saw what that wind could do on pop-ups in the last inning, but it didn't cause the Eagles any harm. Okay, Otterbacher will step in. A triple in 3 trips and the only run for the Senecas. That was in the 4th. Fastball, another high pop up over the center of the infield. Seminaro has it. JFK, another chance to win it in walk-off fashion, live and free on OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa. Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Connor Moyer, Cameron Moyer, and Jake Kidwell, 4, 5, and 6 hitters scheduled for the Tiffin Calvert Senecas. They face the Freddie Balchuk of the Warren JFK Eagles with this game tied 1-1 here in the 9th inning. That is the 109th pitch unofficially for Freddie Balchuk. He's given up 1 run on 3 hits. Only 3 runners left on base for the Senecas. And he's quickly ahead in the count 0-2. Moyer's 1 for 1. He's walked twice, one of them intentionally. And he has the only RBI on that single that he had in the 4th inning, but he's caught looking for strike 3. 11th strikeout for Balchuk. First one he's had looking since back in the 3rd when he got Lee and Ritzler back-to-back to open that 3rd inning. So now it's Cameron Moyer, 0 for 3 with 2 of those 11 strikeouts, and he's takes strike 1 there. Curveball. Hit foul right over our heads. Yeah, I'll send the kids scrambling after that ball to get it back. Carfangia, Richel, and Simonero's place in the order due up for Warren JFK in the bottom of the 9th. A little waste pitch there from Balchuk. The hook misses up and in. That pitch got away from catcher Caleb Hadley, but it missed inside to run the count full. That had been strike 3. That would have been interesting with Moyer having to run. So the count's full with 1 out. Still tied at 1-1 here in the 9th inning. In the air to right field, Dominic Ryan's got a long run, as did the first baseman, Jaden Richel. No, he dropped it. Thought he had the catch, but it came out as he landed, and that should be a base hit for Cameron Moyer. A very difficult play all the way around. Richel had it, but couldn't bring it in. And now we'll have a pinch runner for Cameron Moyer. It's going to be Cameron Lucius, a freshman outfielder and pitcher. Yeah, he touched the ball in fair territory, and that makes it a fair ball. In the air to right center field, over the head of the second baseman, Simonero for a base hit. Lucius will stop at second. So back-to-back singles by Moyer and now Jake Kidwell, the shortstop. Kidwell's now 1 for 4, his first hit of the day. And it'll be Harry Schultz, the left fielder, to bat. And now it's going to be Jim Ciambatti to make a trip to the mound to talk to his team. So at least for now, Balchuk is going to stay in. He's been outstanding today. With one out, runners at first and second will be Harry Schultz, the left fielder for the Senecas. He is 0 for 3, reached on the 7th on the throwing error by, or the drop pop-up, I should say, by Condeleone. Didn't cost the Eagles. Again, it's Cameron Lucius, a freshman, pinch running out at second base after Moyer got the base hit when Rischel couldn't catch that short pop-up down the right field line. Curveball bounced down the right side towards the Senecas dugout. Lucius, a speedster out there. He also plays in the outfield. Balchuk curveball again, bounced on the first base side, and it's going to go foul. Looked like it was going to stay inside the line, but then took a little bit of a right turn. And Schultz is behind in the count, 0-2. Their Cash Lee, the DH, waiting with Schultz's bat. Lee looking for a chance to hit here with one out or possibly two. Unless, of course, there is a double play here. And again, bounced on that first base line, foul. Lucius taking a good lead as Condeleone jockeys with him over there at second base. Another 0-2 pitch. Strike three called. Second strikeout of the inning, 12th of the game. And that might be an enforced end of the line for Freddie Balchuk. And indeed it will be. So Freddie Balchuk gets a great hand from the JFK Eagles supporters, and he definitely deserves it. An outstanding performance by the senior pitcher. He's still responsible for the runners out there. So Michael Bartow, the designated hitter, who's been batting for Balchuk, will come in to pitch. So I have to think he'll stay in and continue to hit. Although it'll be a while before his spot comes up again. If they get that far, he made the second out in the 8th inning. So Bartow, a senior, big one at 6, junior, I should say, a big one at 6'2", will come on and pitch. And again, he will be facing Cash Lee, the Tiffin Calvert designated hitter, who has struck out 3 times today. One run on 5 hits allowed by Balchuk. 12 strikeouts. Gave up 2 walks, one of them intentional. And I mentioned he's still responsible for Lucius, the pinch runner at second, and Kidwell at first. So Cash Lee now stands in and takes a strike in the upper part of the strike zone. Lucius with a good lead over there. Condolian faking toward the base. Breaking ball in there. He's quickly ahead 0-2. Well, Michael Bartow in relief for Freddie Balchuk trying to get this one to the bottom of the ninth, still tied at 1. And he does with a third strike called. Another chance for the Eagles to walk it off, live and free on OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Taggart Carfangia swings and misses at the curveball from Blake Coleman. As we start the bottom of the ninth, I'm Keith Kokinda. Glad you could join us in this fantastic regional semifinal, a great pitchers duel between Tiffin Calvert and Warren JFK. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 2 as they appeal down to Sean Hanley at first base. 1-1, bottom of the ninth. And the Eagles won this Division IV state championship in 2021, looking to return to the state tournament. And a quick strikeout for Blake Coleman.
Number 27, Jaden Risher.
9 strikeouts now for Blake Coleman. So Jaden Rischel, the first baseman, will step up. He's 0 for 3 with 2 of those strikeouts. Can't get to that curveball. Struck out to lead off the second. Struck out, called on strikes in the fourth, and lined out to Ritzler at second to end the sixth. And Coleman is quickly ahead in the count again, 0-2. Strike 3 called. Coleman has him fooled now. So Nico Seminero will return after being pinch hit for by Trevin Rink in the 7th. Seminero is 0 for 2. One of those 10 strikeout victims for Coleman. And again, Coleman's got that hook working well, catching the outside corner. Another off-speed breaking ball, swing and a miss for 0-2. The 3 straight hitters. Coleman's gotten out in front 0-2, looking for that immaculate inning. Not this time. You see the shadow that stretches across the field between home plate and the pitcher's mound is not helping the hitters any. Again, there are no lights here, so, but with sunset not coming until after 8:30, wide of third, foul. Godfrey's made a couple of outstanding plays down there at third, partially benefiting from the fact that he's positioned himself so close to the third base line. In particular, the play he made on Chiambatti in the 7th. Seminaro hanging tough at 1-2. Not this time. 3 strikeouts for Coleman. We're going to the 10th. Still tied 1-1 live and free on OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
In the air to center field, Taggart Carfantia is there for out number 1 to retire Logan Ritzler. First pitch swinging. It's the top of the 10th. The Calvert Senecas and the JFK Eagles looking for a place in the regional final against the Hillsdale Falcons. I'm Keith Kokinda. Glad you could join us for what has been a fantastic pitchers duel. Speaking of which, Blake Coleman takes strike 1. Coleman is 1 for 4, singled in the 6th. He's nearing his pitch count limit of 125. He hits it on the ground to Seminaro at second for 2 outs. So A.J. Shoemaker will step in for the Senecas. He's 0 for 4. And Michael Bartow now pitching for Warren JFK, coming on a relief of Balchalk in the 9th inning. Got the last out when he got Cash Lee looking on a called third strike. Shoemaker gets ball 1. And we're in the top of the 10th inning. And Shoemaker is quickly ahead in the count. Upstairs for ball 3. So Bartow in relief after getting 2 quick outs is falling behind Shoemaker. Shoemaker taking all the way there for strike one. Senecas have 5 runners on base. 2 of them were in the 9th inning. Shoemaker takes a cut 3-1 and fouls it off. And they had runners at first and second after back-to-back singles with 1 out in the 9th. But Schultz and Lee both got called out on strikes. Schultz by Balchalk, Lee by Bartow. Bouncer Condolian at shortstop. And he gets the 3rd out. Warren JFK will go to the bottom of the 10th, looking to win it in walk-off fashion. 1-2-3 inning for Bartow. Yeah, we'll have to get new score sheets here if we go any farther. Warren JFK will have their number 9 hitter, Santino Ciambatti, to lead it off, and then back to the top of the order with Angelo Lapola and Michael Condolian. A few candidates for the player of the game, although we may not have. There may be one waiting out there that we haven't discovered yet, because it may depend on who gets the winning run and how it happens. Coleman will start the 10th inning, but he won't finish it due to the pitch count rule. Unofficially, he's at 123. So it will depend on Don Madzai, our home plate umpire, to give us that cue, as well as giving it to Matt Coleman, the Tiffin Calvert manager. Ciambatti will stand in. Ritzler and Kidwell and Otterbach are all listed as pitchers, so let's see who they go with as Ciambatti takes strike one. Now Coleman can complete this at bat when he reaches this pitch count limit, but that will be all. So Ciambatti should be the last hitter he faces. Pop up over the infield. Kidwell takes it for out number 1. And that will do it. That was pitch number 125 for Coleman, who's getting some hugs from his teammates. So a big hand from the Tiffin Calvert supporters for Blake Coleman, who tips his hat in acknowledgement. Gave up 1 run on 4 hits, struck out 11. And he retired the last 8 Eagles he faced. So we'll see who Matt Coleman is going to go with as his new pitcher. A couple of outstanding pitching performances, both Blake Coleman for Tiffin Calvert and Freddie Balchalk for Warren JFK. Made this what might be the best game here in the regional tournament across all divisions. And it looks like it will be Jake Kidwell who gets the ball, coming in from shortstop. Can't tell who that is warming up at shortstop right now. No, it's shortstop. Yeah. 11 was the shortstop. He's pitching now. Or is that Coleman? Looks like Blake Coleman is now going to play shortstop. So Kidwell and Coleman will just flip positions. So 1 out. Angelo Polo will stand in. He has a double in 4 trips. Got that double in the 7th with 2 outs. Jake Kidwell pitching for the Senecas. And he gets strike 1 in there. Bottom of the 10th, the Eagles tried to win it here. Off-speed pitch catches the outside corner for strike 2. So Coleman goes 9 1/3, gives up 1 run. That was back in the 1st. To the right side, and it gets through for a base hit. LaPola, back-to-back hits, finds the hole. Past Ritzler, who couldn't get it with the dive. Well, Michael Condolian, the shortstop, will step in. He's 1 for 4, doubled in the 5th. Scored the only Warren JFK run back in the 1st after reaching on a throwing error by Kidwell. Scoring on the hit by Dominic Ryan later in that inning with 2 outs. Very short lead for LaPola over at first base. He's being held on. Off speed in there for strike 1. You see, Kidwell has a similar stance in his stretch position to Coleman, almost facing the hitter. Time called and granted. LaPola, not much of a lead at first with 1 out. In there for strike 2. Condolian doubled in the 5th, but was forced out at third base. To the right side in the outfield, and it's going to drop in there for a base hit. LaPola on his way to third, and he's in there. So the winning run is at third base. Back-to-back singles by LaPola and Condolian. And Caleb Hadley, who has walked 3 times in his 4 trips to the plate, with a chance to win it for the Eagles and put them through the regional final. He's walked 3 times, once intentionally, struck out to lead off the 8th. And they're going to put him on intentionally again to load the bases. Let's give them a chance to get either a force at home or at any base and possibly turn the double play. So it'll be Michael Bartow, the designated hitter, with the chance to win it for the Eagles. Bartow has a single in 4 trips. That was back in the 3rd inning. Matt Coleman out to discuss with his team how they want to play this. Again, they need to get the force out at home or a double play. Well, Michael Bartow will try to end this. Infield playing in. And again, it's an artificial turf infield, but we've seen a lot of balls down to 3rd. They're going to have to come home. No, it's a foul ball. Just outside the bag at 3rd. That one was moving pretty well, but we've seen a ball that isn't hit sharply, hits into this turf and doesn't get to a fielder very fast. Jamison Godfrey making the play to home, and that's why Hadley was walked to set up that possible force play on a slowly or softly hit ball. And infielders all in. Cameron Moyer on the green turf at first. Ritzler a step behind it at second. Coleman on it at shortstop. And it's in there for strike 2. Godfrey at 3rd is even with the bag. Jake Kidwell in relief of Blake Coleman. They flip-flop positions earlier in this inning after Coleman reached his pitch limit. Fouled back. Bartow hanging in there. Andrew Lapola, the potential winning run down at 3rd base. Bartow looking to bring him in and put the Eagles through to the regional final tomorrow against Hillsdale. 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th. In the air to deep right center field. It's going to be Shoemaker with the play. He makes the play. Here's the throw to the plate. It's not in time. The Eagles win it. Michael Bartow with what will undoubtedly be the most satisfying scoring flight of his life puts the JFK Eagles into the regional final. And I know Shoemaker got the game-winning score.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
She got that.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Here we go again.
Trouble?
Oh, the store just won't close. Ooh, looky who's got Lays. Man, those perfectly seasoned little slices of sunshine sure do keep me coming back.
You said it.
And I'll say it again.
Welcome back to OH Report, where the Warren JFK Eagles are through to the regional final on a 2-1 10-inning win and over Tiffin Calvert. And our MST Pub and Tiffin player of the game is Freddie Balchuk, pitcher for the JFK Eagles. And Freddie, you were terrific, especially in the opening innings, keeping the Tiffin Calvert hitters off balance. How were you doing that?
I just had to execute on my pitches. I had to establish the curveball off-speed pitch, and my defense played a great job behind me making some tough plays.
They certainly did, along with 4 called strikeouts, your first 4 strikeouts. Big play that came up in the 7th inning, the misplay 5 pop-up by Michael Condeleone. How were you able to bounce back from that and not let that affect the game?
You just got to continue to execute for your pitches and not let one play roll over and be like a snowball effect. Just got to keep going each pitch.
Well, you got back-to-back strikeouts. That closed out that inning pretty quickly, and eventually your teammates won. And finally, last chance for you. You get the final word. A shout-out to anybody you like.
Michael Bartow came in clutch at the end of the game, hit a sac fly to right field, and scored Andrew LaPaula.
Bartow getting the game-winning hit. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. Back with our post-game wrap-up here on OH Report after this.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.